Welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. You're watching the Realms of Ukodor. You can catch us live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific here at twitch.tv/Fabled42. But before we dive into tonight's episode, we're going to go through a lot of really awesome, exciting announcements. So, first and foremost, we are extending the Between Show giveaway. We are giving away a D&D book, hard copy of your choice. Any D&D book of your choice. Enter the promo code or enter the raffle code in the Twitch chat only, ! Geek. Enter that chat and we will give that prize away before we go to break tonight. We will still have our Critical Dice giveaway in the mid-show giveaway as well. 2 giveaways for the price of 1 show. That being said, check out Critical Dice. You can use the promo code Fabled42 for 20% off of anything that's non-subscription items.
Critical Dice.
Thank you. Also, you can check out our friends over at Griffin Co.
Griffin Co.
Use the promo code Fabled42 for 22% off of anything on their shop. If you want to go ahead and continue to support the show, there's lots of ways to do it. You can check out our Patreon, a link down below. Our amazing sponsor, Chills, will drop that link in there. Patreon is a really good place to do all sorts of things. You can join the community. We have community games. You get first dibs at any of the special events and tickets, such as community games at FabledCon. You also get some exclusive content. You get a private Discord chat where you can hang out with the cast and do all sorts of other really cool things. Also, you can subscribe through Twitch. You can donate through our Twitch bits menu down below for healing potions, luck, and so on. Also, you can check our Ko-Fi menu down below as well. Other ways to support the players in this current situation. And that stuff does carry over to the next shows. Also, we have a really exciting fan art contest. Something that we haven't really done to this extent yet. So let me go through the rules real quick for all you amazing artists out there. We have a fan art contest that is starting right now. And you have up into April 14th to submit, April 16th to submit your PG-13 safe for work pieces of content. You are allowed 7 submissions, 1 submission per campaign show on Fabled 42's network. That submission could be a full player portrait, a 3/4 bust, a full bust. It could be a scene with characters in it. The only stipulation is there has to be characters from each of the shows in those pieces. But you can submit all 7 of those things to art@fabled42.com. What do you get if you happen to win or get first place? Well, we have $300 worth of swag for first place, $200 for second place, and $100 for third place. Things that you will get within those prizes, we'll go through the first place ones, and then you kind of tapers down from there. You get a full dice set from Critical Dice. You get a Fabled 42 actual logo on a D20 die. You get a Fable 42 shirt. You get a Blame Solo mug, a D&D book of your choice, $50 gift card for Griffin Co., $50 worth of Griffin Co. swag on top of that. You get an Elderwood Academy big hex box and a mini dice box with little mini dice inside of it. Also, whatever character art piece that you submitted that wins that first prize, you get a merch product of your choice. That show of your choice. So there's so many exciting things that you can win and just be a part of this. And we're going to showcase all of these amazing pieces of art throughout all of our shows. We're going to incorporate them into like hold screens and lead ups. So all of your artwork with all your tags and all your socials will be out there for the world to see forever. But go ahead and please take a look at all of that. Check out all this stuff. Submit all your amazing, amazing pieces of artwork. We're very excited, if you couldn't tell, about this program. I've already seen some fan artwork of people who are doing stuff anyway, and they're like, oh, I can just submit this. I'm like, yes, you can. So please go ahead and share this with all of your friends and everybody else. Continue to spread the word. I'm really excited to see all of these amazing pieces of artwork. We have a lot of exciting things coming up this week as well. The next episode of Fox Talks on Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. We have Eddie, D'Angelo, and Jordan as our special guests. followed up by the third episode of season 3 of Wizards of Ukodor House Frostguard. Very, very exciting. Can't wait to see what happens with that. Followed up with Vault 42 on Saturday at 6:30. And the very first episode, Season 1, Episode 1 of Forge of Fate, GM'd by our very own Casual Campbell. Volcania is a fantasy steampunk setting. Join us at 4 p.m. Pacific for the first episode of Forge of Fate, and it will alternate every other week. So whenever there's not a Middle Earth, there's Forge of Fate, and that will go all the way till October before Forge of Fate becomes every Friday. So stay tuned for more information from that. Lots of exciting things. And then back at the beginning of the week again, Monday for Legends of Shao-Gal. So many things are happening. I'm super jazzed. Haven't even had my caffeine yet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get ready for the next chapter of Realm.
Ukodor?
Muster your courage, it must not abate. Allies are more than well, evil retreats. With fate in your hand, now the story's complete. Ukodor, world full of mystery to explore. Monsters and danger around every turn. Soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours.
As we fade into the simple oak tavern in the center of the city of Embertide, where the Dawnbreakers find themselves in a bar fight. The sounds of glass shattering in the distance as a large white fist finds its mark on the jaw of Carrick. The large white fist belonged to Orion, the Lyanan barbarian, who possibly began this bar fight. As Carrick stood up to engage his new friend, Kiwin quickly takes action. She casts calm emotions on the entire bar. Successful in her attempt, everyone relaxes. The bar settles back down. Apologies are made. Orion grabs a large wooden stool and takes a seat at the table, introducing himself and getting to know the Dawnbreakers. Shortly after, a dozen dynasty guards wearing blue tabards wielding shields and swords and spears, enter the tavern. In enters Captain Trevor Kingsbane with a notice and an acknowledgement from the bartender and pointed Kiwin out at the table. Captain Kingsbane approaches the group and addresses Kiwin as the unlicensed magic user and is instructed to come with them for trial. As you would imagine, the group pleaded their case, grabbing their weapons, before quickly deciding that it was probably in their best interest not to provoke any attacks from the dynasty's guards and to follow the orders given. The Dawnbreakers were escorted to the Highwood Stronghold, a large stone keep near the center of town. Blue banners hanging alongside the walls with a symbol of 2 dragons upon them. The group entered the keep and were introduced to Lady Kasudi Gurtho, the Baroness of the region. Captain Kingsbane informed Lady Curtho of the crimes that were committed before leaving the room. Looking upon the group, she reminded Kyriel, who name-dropped the Queen, that the laws that were broken were in fact hers. After some time of discussion, Lady Curtho offered the group a fair deal. They have a compelling case against the charges and would stand a fair trial, which they stood a good chance to be let go. No harm, no foul. Or they could assist the dynasty with a few local issues, be waived of any charges, and also gain good favor with the dynasty. After some careful consideration, they decided to take the tasks at hand and assist the dynasty. Upon doing so, they were told that this job, in fact, had to do with the White Cloaks. With ears perked, they took all of the intel that she had to give, speaking about a mercenary encampment near the city and another possible location south on an island. During this conversation, Lady Curtho spoke about an event at the turn of the century just a few months away, in 882. Upon hearing this, Orion's face went pale. The date he last recalled was, in fact, 878. Nonetheless, they finalized all the details on the quest and agreed to leave first thing in the morning. The group returned to the tavern to process all of this information. The next morning, they ventured out to the approximate location of this mercenary camp. Climbing the hill, they found two-toed foot tracks of creatures that led them to the ruins and matched the construct mercenaries that they were here to dispose of. A fight ensued. Eclipse strategically putting himself in position, seeing the only non-construct person in the encampment, and watched that person vanish. Fight continued. All the constructs started to pour out of the ruined keep. But it seemed that the Dawnbreakers had everything under control until that same white-bearded figure that Eclipse saw that had vanished reappeared on the top of the ruins and dropped a meteor storm on the party, knocking several party members unconscious. Quickly, they were able to recover, and as the mage began to cast another high-level spell, Orion, with his Rosarium halberd, sliced into the mage, counterspelling the attack. With some well-placed attacks from Carrick, opening up a perfect opportunity for Kai to finish the mage off. Casting a lightning attack, attempting to burn his eyes off, but the rest of the face of this mage melted off, leaving skull and burnt flesh, falls to the ground, dead. And that's where we pick up. What would you all like to do?
Well, that was mighty impressive, I'll have to be honest.
We were supposed to talk to them.
We can still talk to them.
Yeah, I didn't mean to burn him quite that bad. I just wanted him to stop attacking us.
Fair point. Are we
Accidents
alive?
are bound to happen.
He's gonna walk up to one of the constructs, and just sort of examine them.
Sure. Investigation check.
I'm not very good at this. That would be that's just a straight 5.
5. They're constructs. Mostly machine. They have. It's interesting. They're mostly machine, but they do have leather fragments that cover up traditional areas that a creature would cover up, to be decent, as a psychological reason to do that. But something else that you do notice, even with a 5, as they are mostly machine, you do see bits of flesh mixed in with the parts.
I suppose I know it's flesh, but with a 5, don't know much more than that.
Standing beside him, I'd like to lift the mage up underneath the arm and drag him over to Kiwin, who said that she can talk to him regardless of his state of being.
Yeah.
Before we do
gotta,
this,
we gotta discuss what we're gonna say though, because I got 5 questions I can ask, and
Well,
he'll
we'll-
only respond to me. And I do tend to rattle a little bit, so we really you gotta tell me exactly what you want me to say. Otherwise, we're gonna learn his favorite color and his favorite recipe that his mama made him.
before we do this, the Dragonborn may need some of their injuries tended to.
Yeah.
Right, perhaps. I mean, I am a little burnt, but we can get to that. That's not a problem.
I don't. Is Carrick down still, or is?
He wasn't down, but I remember him being hurt pretty bad.
I think I'm down to say 25.
Okay.
Okay, you're not as bad off as I thought you were.
I'm not as.
You have more hit points than I do.
I was gonna say,
I
I think I got something at the end of all of
Yeah,
that. Somebody
I
gave
did,
me a
yeah.
healing or something.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I think I healed you for 25, like in the last round we had.
Yeah, with your lay on hands.
Mhm.
That's probably what it was then.
Yeah. This one
Does-
doesn't recall how much time is needed, so perhaps we do this talk soon.
Before you bring him back, does he have anything on him, like in his pockets, on him, like jewelry, anything of importance that we need to take off before?
Investigation check.
I hold him out to Kyriel, just kind of like hold him out.
Like pat him down. Let's see.
Disturbing.
Dirty 20.
30-20. I mean, his robes are tattered. There's no apparent book or anything that he was using. You do find a component pouch with a smattering of components. He has a wand and a ring are the only 2 things that you find that are of note.
I will take them off his person.
Okay.
Okay, just want to make sure that if we try to do some magic on him, he's not going to come back and try to kill us.
Okay.
Do the dead normally do that with you lot? You finish them off, and then all of a sudden you cast new magic, and then they come back to life, and
We've done it before.
But
This one
no,
has
they
seen many
haven't
strange
attacked
things.
us. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Well,
Not-
no, they're
not
not
the ones
gonna,
we
they're
brought
just
back.
they're just gonna talk.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, when he talks, are we gonna hear him talk, or are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He'll move his mouth and all that.
okay.
What's
And
left of it?
he's just gonna hold him out to you and just take like half a step away.
I mean, you don't have to do that. You can lay him down on the ground if you're upset with the decaying body.
Kai, if you want to go ahead and refresh your character sheet, I have added those 2 items to your sheet.
I can hold him. I just don't want to look at his mouth when he does it, because it's not like I just don't want to look at it.
You get used to it.
That's reassuring.
I don't want to
All
get.
right.
Nafika gives Eclipse an
Nice.
amused glance, knowing just seeing what's going on of him being like, now I'm the one who knows about magic and stuff.
Not such a house cat anymore, are we?
Wait, y'all. You gotta tell me what I'm asking him,
Yeah.
because otherwise,
Who does he work
I'm just
for?
gonna see how he's doing.
Is this the work of the artificer?
I want to know what these things are.
Who you work for?
I think
What is
that's
your
honestly
purpose?
that's a good question.
Make
What
sure
is
to
your-
ask him what's in the box. Just kidding.
Okay. I want to understand what these things are. There's bits in these machines, and we were told they were intelligent. I don't know. I don't know if they were made sort of like I was, or
So
Wait
what
a
am I
sec.
asking?
First of all, you're gonna ask who he works for, because that's prime question number 1. Like, so who do we talk to? And then why these things?
Let's work on that question a little bit.
We know that they are sent here and working under the White Cloaks. But why?
Right. What are they looking for? What's the purpose?
Mhm.
That's
What's your purpose? Is that
right. Yeah. Yes.
for in
What is
occupying
the
this fort?
What is your
right?
purpose here?
What were you doing here?
Mhm.
How many questions do you have now?
we can do 3 more.
Three.
So
Three.
what two do we have? We have the
Right.
Who do you work for? What were you doing here?
And what's your connection with the White Cloaks? Maybe that's important.
well, should we
Don't
say
answer it.
do that instead of why? Well, I guess let's make all the questions we can think of, and then we can narrow down the list if any of them overlap.
We get 5, yes.
We get 5.
what
What
about
are the constructs?
Ah, yes. Who created them?
Yeah,
Who created the
constructs?
because they're oddly like an army.
Yeah.
And if someone can just create things like that, that's a bit of a problem.
Should we say how they were created or who created them?
Ew.
Maybe.
He might not know one or the other, I suppose.
Well, perhaps the fact that they were working with the White Cloaks, perhaps the White Cloaks either had them made or commissioned them.
Right.
And are we in Morrow Grove or Willowwood right now?
Morrow Grove.
Well, with the
Information about the
No.
island would be good
Here's something that does not
Oh,
make
right.
sense.
before we go.
right,
the
the
White
defenses on Willowwood.
The White Cloaks pursue those who perform magics, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's news.
So then what was this one's purpose here? How do they get a free pass?
I've
That's
experienced.
what were you doing here, I think, is that question.
I've experienced them using magic as well, which is very odd considering them trying to wipe out magic users.
Seems like a bit of a hypocritical situation.
Yeah.
That's sticky. Are we at 3 or 4? We're at 4. Okay, so we get 1 more.
And we asked about we made one about Morrow Grove.
Oh, Willowwood?
I don't
Right,
know what you want me to ask about that.
What
That makes
are
sense
the
to me.
what are the
Mark
defenses of
on the
Willowwood?
map where you guys are, just so you know.
Thank you. What are the defenses of the island on Willowwood?
So can
Are
you
we
read that?
even sure that they are connected to the attacks on Embertide?
Well, we know the
I mean, we
task
got,
we're on is to eventually go there, right?
Yes, but this one refers to the individual currently lying before us.
well, we did get a very specific description of all of the constructs in this camp. So I seems fair to say it's likely connected. So what are the questions we have?
Who do you work for? What were you doing here? What's your connection to the White Cloaks? Who created the constructs? What are the defenses on Willowwood?
Does that sound good to everyone?
Technically, you also would know that Willowwood is the forest on the Stockbur Islands.
Okay.
Isles, excuse me.
Right. I see. I see.
But the Willowwood is the main forest body. That
Got it.
I guess that changes how you say things.
Do we? I almost want to save maybe one of those questions, like maybe who you work for, because I think we have a decent idea that it's the White Cloaks. In case we get some more, we want to follow up on something that he says about the Willowwood.
Great.
But we might get an actual name.
We might. I just think it might be good to hold that one for last.
Just in case.
Right. Okay. Instead of who you work for, it's just what are your connections to the White Cloaks?
Right.
Okay. So, what is your connection to the White Cloaks? Who made the constructs? What are the defenses of the Willowwood? What was your purpose here? And then, if we have to go back to it, who do you work
I'm
for?
getting so tired of discussing these. I think we're gonna go ahead and do it.
All right, but just you get the order.
Nope. I'm gonna cast it.
Okay. So, Kiwin, are you still holding the thing, Orion?
I'm holding him up and just faced away from me.
How are you holding him? By his neck? By
By the back of his neck.
Okay. So as she casts it, you watch as this faint blue mist kind of comes from her mouth, goes through her fingers, and it kind of floats in the air, and it goes into the mouth and nose of the skull. And you feel the skull move for a moment in your hand. Like it goes like this. And the mouth drops and like death and decay kind of come out. Still meaty bits inside that haven't decayed yet, just been burned because Kyriel.
So ask what are you?
What were you doing here?
We are preparing for the uprising.
I believe we have a new question. He just kind of like pulls back.
What is the uprising?
The uprising is the challenge of autofocus. The uprising is the rising of the RoU Empire and the resurrection of our savior.
The RoU Empire?
Okay, now back to the questions. Back to the questions. Stick with the questions.
Who is their savior?
What is your connection to the White Cloaks?
Keelan doesn't want to ask that anymore. Who is your savior?
Our savior is an ancient bronze dragon by the name of Mod.
What's their connection to the White Cloaks? Meta, but we don't know that.
These
Unmeta.
are spoilers
Also,
for another show.
He would have said legendary, not ancient. I misspoke.
Oh, fart.
So it goes adult, elder, ancient, legendary.
What is your connection to the White Cloaks?
I am one of the 20 of the Bronze Circle of Mages.
Okay, so we know that there's more mages. That's good information to keep for later.
That was our fourth
Nafako
question,
has-
right?
That's
Nafaka?
right.
I got one more.
Nafako. Yeah, just Nafako. 7. You don't know much about them, but the Bronze Circle of 20 are the 20 mages, level 20 wizards of the Hesian Empire. Those are the ones that it's somewhat prominent in the history books that no one else but them are allowed to use the magic, because in their history books, Marduk is the one who has allowed them to use magic. No one else is allowed to use magic.
Should we ask about the Willowwood defenses?
Well, it's either the Willowwood or we ask them about the constructs.
I feel like those are so insignificant now.
Okay, well, ask him then about the defenses. That's going to be the most important. That's what we're going to next, apparently.
But I want to go to Nightcrest.
I know he would, but we did say that we would go to the Willowwood.
Mm-hmm.
You guys gotta pick, cause I don't know. I
I
don't
think-
really care which one.
Let's ask about the Willowwood defenses.
What are the defenses on the Stockbur Isles?
You seek the Tomb of Secrets. Natural defenses prevent anyone from entering.
Well, telling me the defenses. That's just telling me there are some. Gosh darn it. He would have died again, so.
Yeah.
They say
Those ones are
natural
my enemies.
defenses. That could mean many things.
Exactly.
Hmm.
He pulled a fast one on us.
But it does mean that
there's
perhaps
monsters.
could be monsters, could be terrain. Regardless, it seems it is not something constructed, but rather something in nature.
It's gonna be aim up in
Regardless,
here.
it sounds like this little guy is annoying, and I don't like him, and I'm gonna go kick his foot a little.
Kai, could you look at the constructs? Maybe you'll be able to understand what was done better than me with your understanding of magic.
I should have read this first. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Correct.
Yeah,
No.
Oh, if you are hostile to it, or if it I recognize you as an enemy. Okay.
Well, too late now.
I like my answers better.
The more you know.
Bum, 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 bum.
This is not good.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm done. Sorry.
Let me see.
Argo is a force to be reckoned with on their own. If they're in league with the White Cloaks, this is a
DM,
serious mess.
would we have heard of Mardek or the legendary Bronze Dragon in character, any of us?
You
I
would.
would.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll for that. You absolutely know about him.
Did we not hear about Mardek with the Necromancer at the very, very beginning?
I can't remember if he named up Mardek or not. I know Kai heard the name Mardek in her session 0.
I think he
Yeah.
named Mardek.
I've definitely told you all that
I
was the
feel
leader
like
that I dealt
it's
with.
in my notes.
I thought it was Ubrax that was named, not Mardek, but
Well, I definitely told you all about Mardek because that's who I dealt with right away.
I'd have to check earlier notes. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Check the
Yeah.
wiki.
I have it right here. White Cloaks worship Mardek. Valtok used to work with Mardek at Benrian. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think the Necromancer dropped Voltok's name.
I think what's her name?
Oh, Nyla.
I think
Yeah, I was-
Yeah, Nyla. I think she told us about Mardek.
And she also told us that Argu and the White Cloaks were possibly in league. They were like, she wasn't sure, but she thought they might be connected.
Mhm.
Now we know for sure. I can try to cast Identify. I mean, that's not really gonna help.
Identify what?
On the constructs, but maybe I can do an Arcana check instead, like just to try to.
I mean, anybody else can investigate better than a 5. Construct.
In my notes, it says Mardek is the oldest living thing in Ukodor. You said ancient brass dragon. Before.
Well, I did do slightly better than a 5.
Just saying.
Is it a 6?
Since then, I have updated lore, so there's another tier.
Yes. Does a 6 do you any better on an investigate?
An Arcana was a 10.
And so collectively, as you all kind of stumble around these constructs, they are very machine-like. You see gears and hinges and things. There is like sewn-in leather bits all throughout the creature, kind of like natural armor and like coverings. But you see a lot of and again, you guys are just looking on the outside, correct? So you do see a lot of like flesh. Not flesh that seems that this thing used to be a person and then became a machine, but it looks like there's like exterior flesh and skin almost kind of holding things together.
Like Tipper.
Just to be clear, it does seem like it's not something that used to be alive at some point.
You couldn't distinct that, but
Cool.
it's not like it was a fleshy creature that turned into a construct, is what you have decided that it's not that.
I wonder if this thing had a soul. If this was made or born somehow, or if it's just like, maybe it's something like the dragon that we met.
Do you think that there are things that don't have souls?
We did meet a mechanical dragon, but I think she used to be a real dragon before she became a mechanical one.
Orion turns and points at a tree. Do you think that does not have a soul?
I've seen people that talk to trees.
It definitely does have a soul. I can talk to them. And I'm gonna start talking to the tree. Hey, tree, how you doing? Go ahead and wave your leaves if you're doing good.
See, it can respond.
The more
Well, it
important
can't
thing.
really respond, but well, not verbally at least.
The more important thing that this one wonders is if these constructs served this creature willingly.
Exactly.
That's my worry as well. We didn't give them much of a chance to talk, but they also didn't pause when I...
Yeah.
So, do we inspect the ruins further just to see if we can find something else, or do... Yeah?
Maybe there's a book or a log or something to find out why they were here. Or more inside. Because we haven't gone inside, right? There is an inside.
It's like a small keep area. It's mostly dilapidated and holy, but there are crates and things all scattered throughout this ruins, and you've only been the first like third of it.
Given the nature of secrecy, it's unlikely that they're going to have any notes, but can't hurt to look.
Yep.
Also, there's likely people like to keep things underground when they have the chance. So if there's perhaps like a hatch that leads further down.
Start just tearing the place apart.
Yep. So there's two different checks that would need to be made. If you're looking in all the stuff, that's investigation. If you're looking around for hatches and things like that, it's perception.
I will be looking for hatches.
Hatches.
Look in some crates.
I'll roll an investigation.
I'll investigate.
Okay.
That's a 15 for hatches.
15.
14 for Eclipse.
Ooh, 5.
16.
16.
22
Okay.
investigation.
So 22 investigation. We'll do the investigation first. Kai, you find just a smattering of rations, surprisingly enough, in the area inside the ruins where all those constructs were. You see several beds and chairs and things, and you see the imprints of their feet as if they were sitting down reading a book. There's books and things all throughout the space, and there's rations everywhere. You find 33 gold pieces total. Everything else is all just like survival gear, like nothing too fancy. It's all super rugged and rough.
Well, they sleep, or at least rest.
I think they just took over this place.
And it looks like they were reading.
So
What were they
can-
reading?
Yeah, what are the books?
Just random books.
Love stories.
No love stories. More about areas and regions. So it's like survivability, storm movements, elevations. All seems very tactful, actually, like tactical.
Recon.
know, those moments as a DM where you're like, you know, they're gonna ask you about fucking books at some point, and you need to make a list of damn book names, and you just never do it.
I'm gonna get you a list of 100 books randomized so that you could just have them at. Cool.
I think I have a list. I just have to find it and I can send it to you.
I might have enough list of stuff where I can probably put it together.
Look, this one says Larry Motter.
Oh, look, there's a copy of Gullible's Travels.
Oh,
Eclipse and Orion, as the two cats kind of go out and scurry around, you see that there is dilapidated, like a walkway that's broken and just really just destroyed, and it goes out into like a hill, and you see that there's large like pillars and things, and there's some lit fire sconces, and you see 4 more of those constructs standing guard at what looks to be some sort of entrance in the hill on the other side of this mountain pass.
Before we creep forward, Orion will just like instinctively put his hand on Eclipse's chest. Hold on, and I'll wait for the sound of movement. And if I don't hear anything, all right. So any like let's go of Eclipse.
Eclipse allows this to happen at first, also paying attention to the surroundings and seeing the enemies. The moment that it looks like we're getting ready to move on, brushes Orion's hand away.
So, excuse me. Clearly, we've got some more situations here. Do you think that we could? Do you think they're going to want to talk to us?
Unsure.
All right. Do you want me to lead the way?
Well, perhaps you can start the conversation, and if they come fighting, well, this one will provide support.
So just so I'm clear, the two of you are going forward alone.
Without telling us?
Correct. Okay.
Alrighty.
They're about 150 feet away from you guys on the other side of the ruins. Mr. Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to go to battle map?
Yes, please.
Oh, lovely.
So I have you guys here on the bottom. So for the point of this, roll me initiative.
Oh, okay.
Just
you know what?
them?
Everyone roll me initiative, and we'll play this how it goes. We'll play this how it goes.
Decent roll. There's a roll above a 10.
All right, hold on one second.
Roll above a 10. Is that an 11?
Wow, I got a 6. I got a 6 on the sun stare.
Okay. So
That's not creepy at all, Mr. Solo.
Not in the least bit.
Orion, what'd you get?
That's a 9.
9. Oh Jesus. Eclipse.
16.
Kiwan.
23.
23.
Yes.
Okay. Kai.
21.
Carrick.
6.
And Nafako.
17.
Okay. So just so we're clear, none of you are in initiative yet except for Eclipse and Orion. So until you are alerted in any way, shape, or form, we're just skipping right past you. So that being said, it is Eclipse's turn.
Oh, goody. So Eclipse is how tall are those walls next to the walkway here? Because I'm assuming that for us to go with our plan, Orion would have to walk forward.
So which walls are you referring to? These right here, or
like these up here?
So those are, and I will scoot around. So those kind of change size. So that's 6 feet. This is 10 feet. It's probably 15 feet, and keeps continuing to go up.
So the idea that I have right now is essentially what we discussed was that Orion was going to be the one to try to talk, Eclipse would provide backup. So my thought is to try to silently climb along that way to get a vantage point for a attack if Orion needs support.
Okay, so you're going to stealth up towards where you marked, is what you're saying.
As far up that way as I can go to get a vantage point.
So are you just taking the grass path around here?
Oh, there's a grass path. I thought it was elevated. Okay.
No, this is all grass. Like, you could literally walk all the way over here if you wanted.
Copy that. So then as far up as I can go without drawing any attention.
Yeah, and you can actually see them through that walkway.
Perfect.
So where would you like to go?
As far up that way, let's say like right by that last wall right there, so that
This one?
could I make it to the further one?
Yeah, you can go as far as you can. You're not technically in combat yet.
Great.
This is for turn order. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. That will be a 16. 17.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, let's see, can I hold this action or do I have to, let's see.
Which one?
Dagger. No, I can't. Okay. I was gonna try and see if I can. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna take one of my daggers, ready it, to hurl at an enemy if they show signs of aggression.
Okay. So, just to give you another perspective, all you can see is this guy.
Okay.
From that vantage point.
Yes.
And
Hiding in the shadows, daggers ready, waiting for Orion to make their move.
There are two right here as well.
Mhm.
Okay. Orion.
I will slowly start to make my way down the center. About there. Yeah, that's about
Bard
right.
and the barbarian and the rogue, guys. This is what can go wrong. All right.
Pretty
What
great.
could possibly go wrong?
Curiosity killed the cats.
It's a plural statement now. I will stand there quietly and just look at them all and see what they do.
Once you pass this rubble here on the side and you get to the actual flat stonework, all of their heads, they move to your they kind of pivot to your location. You see that the ones holding the shields kind of like stand at attention. The two on top with the spears are out.
Orion will say, I've come on behalf of Mardek. I ask you to stand down.
Roll a persuasion check. Or deception, excuse me. Deception check.
Equally as good. Both a 0. That's a natural 20.
The two lighter colored constructs stand there at attention and kind of turn their heads towards one another and then turn back to you. The two purple ones step forward down. We'll call that their turn. So they're down here, and these two do look feminine.
Okay.
So those two down. So that is. Do you do anything else on your turn?
No, I'm just watching what they do.
Okay. That is their turn. It's back to Eclipse.
So they're still not showing any signs of aggression. It seems they're definitely.
They look. To say that they're not aggressive is an understatement. They are guards at a post. They're not leaving their post.
Right.
Shields are up, swords are ready, spears are out and ready.
But this is looking like a defensive stance, not an offensive stance.
Currently, yes.
Mm-hmm. Gonna. How close could I get to the one that's on the furthest right there?
This one right here?
Yeah. Could I get up like right behind that wall?
Right here?
If I could, well, yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and while they're distracted by the
Roll a
larger
stealth check.
feline friend. What is with this die today? That is a terrible roll. 18.
18. You feel like he doesn't see you.
Great.
Whoop. Wrong button. All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'm not within a 5-foot reach of the one that's right around the corner, am I?
10. You're 10 feet away.
Okay, so not close enough to do a melee attack. Then I'll do same thing as before, still dagger ready to throw.
Okay. Orion.
As you can see, and he gestures to all of him, I am one of the white cloaks.
Okay.
Please allow me to make entrance. And he will walk forward 3 squares. Just keeping very keen eye.
Sure. Roll another deception.
Come on. That's a 5.
You watch this one right here. Feminine figure, like I said, spears are out as they approached. The spear goes up for a second. Her head turns to the side. Do you find me a fool, Lianen? And she charges. They start to engage.
Right.
So she's gonna charge forward. She's gonna charge forward. He's gonna better position himself, and he is gonna go find Eclipse.
Would that trigger my held action?
Yeah,
Great.
you can do your held action. So now that combat has started, and you all are doing what you're doing. Okay.
Boy, I wish I was using my sword right now because that would have been a crit. But unfortunately, that is just a 25 to hit.
It hits.
Would that have been considered a sneak attack?
No, because he knew you were there.
He knew I was there, so I was not as stealthy as I thought I was.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
His passive perception is a 21.
Oh, of course.
Ouch.
Yep.
That's rough. It's a shame I rolled that really terrible 18 earlier. That'll be a 9 piercing damage
Okay.
from a thrown dagger.
Got it. Does an 18 hit you, Mr. D?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he hit an 18 and a 19. Both hit for 14 points of slashing damage, excuse me.
Is that total or is that 14 each?
It was 8 and 6.
Okay. The first attack, Eclipse is going to nimbly dodge to half, please.
Got it.
So that'll be.
I'm also going to use my reaction when he's
10.
done to pull Arm Master because I can do that.
Yep. Go for it. Right or left?
On the right, please.
Got it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Hits. Just hits.
That is a total. 15 damage total.
15 damage. Okay. She takes that like hard slash. It kind of comes across her face. She goes to the side. Her body doesn't really move. Just the head snaps back in place. They're gonna make their attacks on you. A 19, a 20, a 20, and 21.
Jeez.
Only one doesn't hit.
Okay. You're not raging, correct?
Not yet.
Okay. Are you not immune to anything, are you?
Nope.
Or resistant? Okay. I need you to make one of those is a con save.
One of those is a con save.
So you take 38 points of damage total.
27 con save?
27 succeeds. That last hit, it kind of feels like she did something on the staff. The one that spoke to you hits you, looked like she did something on the staff and twisted, and you felt like poison was going inside of your body, but you were shredding it off, and you took.
You said it was 38.
damage.
38. Got it.
Ends their turn. Top of the order, Eclipse.
You are but a slave to a master. Why do you serve them?
I am my own person. I choose who to serve.
And why them?
You can use your action to continue the conversation.
We're going to use, hopefully this works in a certain way. I'm going to use my bonus action to pull the dagger that I threw at them earlier back out of their shoulder or wherever it is.
Sure.
I don't know if you need me to roll for that or if I can just do it.
I mean, it's your thing. I think you can do it. Go for
Okay.
it.
So to pull it back out. So it would take my action to have that, to ask that question.
If you want to have a conversation, you can use your turn to have a conversation. Or 6 have a conversation.
Great. Then we're going to disengage to back out of being in immediate combat range and ask that question.
Where do you want to go?
Just far enough so that I, don't evoke an attack of opportunity.
Like here?
Sure.
Okay. It responds, and it looks at you as it does that and repositions itself. And it's kind of interesting, like the head snaps and the body turns, and then the legs follow as it repositions itself as you're in a new spot. And it looks at you, and if this metallic creature could smile, it smiles at you. Our choice is our own. Death is not an escape to backseat. Anything else?
To what benefit does serving these people do?
Gives us purpose.
The eradication of magic users.
On a simple scale, yes.
And a greater?
Just smiles at you. All right.
Are you gonna let your good buddies know where you are?
Bonus action, I'm going to use my Leonin racial trait, Daunting Roar.
Okay.
Creatures of my choice within 10 feet that can hear me must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, please.
A 16 and a 19.
They both succeed, but you all hear this loud, very MGM Studios style roar.
Everyone can give me a perception check.
Are you including me in this? I figure I'm already
No,
here.
no.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
It's just whether or not it's baby Simba or Mufasa.
It's baby Simba for me. I didn't hear anything.
21.
17.
21, 17. 1.
Oh.
So Kai and Nafako, they hear the roar off in the distance. Like I said, over 150 feet away, past the ruins. You hear it and you're just like, what was that? Carrick was like, was that a lion? And Kiwin, luckily you rolled high enough, you recognize it as Orion's roar, and he's very far away to the north of where you guys are right now.
Keelan had tried to find some sort of animal, hopefully a bunny, and was just like hanging out with the bunny.
Oh, the bunny would have booked it too when the lion roared.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll let everyone know that I think I heard Orion.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
My action will be to disengage, and I'm going to back up 45 feet.
Okay.
so that they can't reach me with melee.
Okay. Okay. Is your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. So a few things happen. One, this one charges you.
Okay.
Does make it in melee. You watch this one. She kind of phases. Are you looking at? Are you keeping an eye on her?
Probably not. No.
Got it. So as you're running, she phases and a kind of appears right here.
How do they have more movement than I do? Jeez.
She did a transportation spell. They have 50 feet of movement.
50 feet.
This one is going to charge Eclipse.
Of course it is.
So first, it is Eclipse. 19 and the 18.
Those both hit.
Okay. Eclipse, you're going to take.
I'm probably gonna uncanny dodge the first one.
Got it. The first one is 14.
Okay.
And the second one is 7 slashing. Okay. This one is going to make an attack with advantage because it's behind you. 16 doesn't hit.
No.
Second attack is a dirty 20.
20 is my AC.
Okay. You're going to take 11 points of slashing damage.
Great. I'm not raged, so I go down.
Okay.
Poop is on the way, dear.
Is it?
This one. How much do you weigh?
Let me just. 240.
240. Okay. You don't see this. Eclipse, you don't even see this. She goes with her spear in her left hand, reaches down with her right hand, picks you up over her shoulder, and walks back towards the crypt. Gets about there. This one follows.
Now.
Yeah, little robot booties. All right.
Snarf.
Ends their turn. It is Kiwin.
So I've let everyone know that I hear Orion's roar, and I guess I'll. Oh, wait a second. I have things. I would like to dimension door into the direction of Orion.
So let's think about this. It's 500 feet, yeah?
You have
Yeah.
to see.
No, she can just
You do
say
mention door, doesn't it?
500. She can just say a certain distance that she knows
Misty
the direction of. Misty stuff, you need sight.
Yeah, that's.
Oh.
You okay there?
Get some water there, April.
Coffee.
Look, we already had Orion go down. We don't need you going down too.
So, and you're trying to just dimension door to where Orion is?
To
Is
where
that-
I heard his roar.
Got it. Let me check one thing real quick. Yeah, I guess I'll let you do that. All right. So you are going to appear. Where did you roar? You were still engaged with them, right?
Yeah, I was right
He was
there.
still down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess he was there.
So Kiwin, you just appear, and there's two purplish constructs just kind of marching back towards this entrance. Orion is hunched over one of their shoulders. That's your action.
My action. I have a bonus action. And I would like to would like to cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but it's something.
He's not dying, but yeah.
8.
8. So Ryan, you get
Hit
8
points.
So you all see and watch Keywin playing with a little bunny, and the bunny scurries off of you all as you all hear
I
this.
did tell them.
You hear this monstrous roar. Keywin yells out, "Orion's over here!" And you see her like take one step and vanish and appear, slamming on the stone rocks. These two constructs look to you, and as they look to you, you cast Healing Word on Orion. His body kind of comes to. Orion, do a straight d20 roll.
I'm
15.
scared now.
15. I rolled a 14, you lucky son of a bitch. You are still holding your halberd,
Yay!
and it's not on the ground back there. Okay. Keywin, anything else on your turn? You'd have 25 feet of movement.
Damn her ideal of helping those in need, no matter what the personal cost. My life. No, that's my action. That's my bonus action. My free action to shout that I knew where he was.
Okay.
Believe. If I moved out of their way with my regular movement, would I get an attack of opportunity from
Yes.
them?
Yeah, this one is.
So I just like vamped in.
Was the vamped in, and they addressed you, so she's very
Yeah,
much
okay.
looking at you right now.
Yeah. Then I guess I will stay right there.
Okay. Okay.
Are Carrick and Nafiko running? We're like all taking off at the same time.
I think they're a little slower off the cuff, but yeah, I think they're on their way.
Wait, how far did you say they were from us?
From where you guys were, I'll do it a cool 90 feet.
Oh, okay. So I will run out to where I can see kind of a clear path, or at least see up to them, and I will. I'm sorry, I can't take any of y'all with me, but. And then I'm going to cast Misty Step to run up and get within like 60 feet.
From the enemies?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe 60 feet's good.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't need to cast. You said we were 90 feet. I guess I wouldn't need to.
150, I think he said.
Well, I said 150 originally, but then I gave you guys kind of a free round of a little bit of running. So, but yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
For simplicity, we can get you right around there.
Okay. And then I will cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
On so one is still holding Orion.
Yes. He
That
looks like
one.
he's moving his head a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
That one.
That one. Got it.
Yes. All right. And they will be in the shape of a lion's head. 4 points of force. 2 points of force. And come on, D&D Beyond. 2 more points of force.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
What were you doing out here without us? And then that's my turn.
Nafiko?
Nafiko does not have any of this fancy teleportation magic, so she'll just book it.
Remember when they burned down the church? You and
and Eclipse and I just spent the entire time running there.
Running.
I do remember that, but because with bonus action dashing and the feline agility, I do get 120 feet of movement.
Sure. Okay.
So
I will give you. Yeah, for shit's sake, I'll give you close to Kai.
cool. As I rush over there, and then, let's see. I'm gonna try and cast Hold Person on the one holding Orion.
What's the range on that?
60 feet. So good.
Give it to you. Okay. What's the
Okay. It is a 16 wisdom save.
22.
Okay, doesn't work. And I will say, stop! We don't want to hurt you.
Okay. Eclipse, back to you.
Boy, I am so torn as to.
I just wanted to mention I do have like 240 feet of range, so
Sure.
as long as I can see them.
Oh yeah, when we get to your range, I'll give you a good vantage point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're last in the initiative.
I am last in the initiative.
Almost there. 2 more people. 3 more people.
A choice to serve is no choice at all. This one holds no grudge against those who work against their will. But if you harm this one's friends, this one will not hold back. And we're gonna hold action, and attack. If this thing comes and attacks me, we're fighting back.
Says the creature who took the job to hunt down constructs and kill them. And killed my friends.
They attacked first.
We know you were sent here to kill us. Okay. Orion,
All right, so I'm conscious.
you are conscious and like hunched over.
I
Everyone's
would.
waiting.
Yeah, I would like to. Am I still being held? Like, that's the deal?
Yeah, you're over her shoulder currently.
Right. It would be my action to get down.
Give me an athletics check. We'll see if you can.
Yeah, 24.
24. I let you use half your movement to get down.
Sure, I will use half my movement to get down. I will use my bonus action to Riggedy Rage.
Okay.
So mark that down. And then, jeez. Oh, that's a. Let me just look at one thing real quick. Not what I want. Okay. So I get down, and I'm actually going to hit the construct person that was holding on to me twice.
Go for it.
Jeez Louise. That is 15 to hit.
No, that misses.
And that's 30 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
Okay. Raging. It's not bad. 13 plus 8 is 23 points of damage.
Okay.
How's she looking?
She's had better days.
Okay. And is that? Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what, Chris? May I just move still within her threat range, but beside Keywin, so that nothing can come up from behind me.
This way?
Yeah, right there.
Got it. Okay. Okay. It is now their turn. This one is going to charge. It's going to charge over here. It's not going to engage. She is going to turn around and look at you. Do it. And then she's going to attack Kewen.
Okay.
So the one that charges doesn't... Oh, you know what? He is going to do the thing. So he's going to do the phase thing up here, right there. Stop it. On OCD. Do it. All right. But he's not within range, so he's not going to attack her. So...
Oh, you know what he is in range of? He's in range of my polearm master.
What's the range of polearm?
10 feet.
10 feet? If he enters your space within 10 feet?
Yeah. While I am wielding a glaive, halberd, pike, quarterstaff, or spear, other creatures provoke an opportunity attack from you when they enter your reach.
Yep.
That is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
That is 17 damage.
Got it. Sorry, I was making a Talespire command. Forgot to do that. All right. Cool. Cool. The wackety whack. Okay. So Kewen, does a 18 or 19 hit?
19 just hits.
Okay. Can you make a con save for me? Six. Okay, so you take 14 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage, and you are currently poisoned.
I'm down.
Yeesh.
Okay, Kewen is down. She is going to make an attack on Ryan.
Uh-huh.
I think they all missed. 19 is the highest?
Yeah, 20 is my AC.
Yeah, missing. So she goes and takes one swipe with the spear, spins around and goes again,
Yep.
but misses both times. The other one is going to make its shots on Eclipse.
Wait, what?
The one that's engaged with you.
Oh, okay. Since it's attacking me, I have a held action to attack it back.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh, I suppose I should actually roll the hit first. Does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Great. 10 piercing. Or
10 piercing.
Yeah, piercing.
Got it. You take 19 points of slashing damage.
Is that from 2 hits?
Yes, I'm sorry. 16 and 3.
Ouch. Yeah, definitely having the 16, please.
Okay. So back in position. And those of you who are watching, Talespire is a beta program that we're using for this awesome battle encounter. They don't have a prone option yet, so when the characters get a little bit, that means they're prone. Carrot, it is now your turn.
Okay, I don't know where I'm at, but as long as I can see them, I'm pretty good chance I can hit them.
So you have a couple options. You could, you're inside the ruins over here because you were talking about investigating.
Okay.
There's a ladder right here, and you can get to that window, which could get you a couple good shots, or you could try to use your movement and get over here.
How like what will 30 feet get me?
For movement, either
Yes.
up here or right on the edge of this embankment.
Right on the edge of that is perfectly fine,
Okay.
and I will pull out the trusty rifle and take a shot.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try my actual dice instead of
And
the
which
digitals.
one are you shooting?
Oh, yes. All right, sorry. Sorry, I guess I'll. I was actually going to shoot. You know what? I'll do the obvious. The guy that's right. You know.
Okay. Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. It's a 20, a crit.
Okay.
And then, let's see. So we do 2d10, so that's 24.
And you roll again.
And then I roll again, and I get, oh god, 2. That was fucking ridiculous. So that's 26 points of damage.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm firing again. And that one's not as good. That is a 17 to hit.
Misses. Off the armor plating on the back.
Bummer. And that is my turn. Oh, do I have a potion? I don't know if I do. So, yep, I'm done.
Q-in. Please make a death save for me.
No thanks. 14.
One success. Kai, you hear the 2 loud shots from Carrick from behind you. Bullets go flying. King hit the creature, makes him kind of move out of the way a little bit, and you see that that Kiwin is prone on the ground between everybody, essentially.
Ooh, I'm going to try to get her out of there. I am going to cast Levitate on Kiwin. How tall are these constructs?
8 feet tall.
Okay, I will send her 15 feet up in the air and 5 feet starting toward me.
Okay. So once you do that, this one right here is going to use its reaction to grab her.
Gosh! Damn it!
So
I also just want to take a moment to visualize Keelan floating in the air.
Like the Exorcist. She's just like all of a sudden. One less free hand for that.
yeah, I'm trying to think what a good thing is. Roll a straight d20 for me. Also, because you already used your turn, Nafiko, there is a regular healing potion on the ground near you.
Okay.
With the logo of Wish on it.
Ooh.
So you can.
I wish.
You can grab them.
What was your roll?
I don't have to. She's
No,
like.
I asked you to roll a
oh.
straight d20.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
My bad. Okay. 14.
Okay, so the creature instinctually drops its spear and goes to grab Kiwin and holds on and gets lifted off the ground and then eventually lets go. And then how far towards you did you want her to go?
5 feet, because I can only move an object 20 feet, so it'd be up
How high?
15 over 15. So out of their reach, up 15, and then over 5.
Okay, so Kiwin is floating right here.
Try to
Okay.
get her out of there.
Something she's never done before. And she won't remember it.
You're flying, Kiwin. You're flying.
Nafiko.
When did they let go? Do they take fall damage?
No, they don't take.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay. What am I gonna do? I'm debating calm emotions or just running in and trying to beat them off, since I definitely cannot reach Kiwin right now.
She's
So
like wiggling in the air. She's flying like a fairy.
okay.
Same focus.
Yeah,
issue.
I'm gonna run in. How
Yeah.
hurt do they look? Is it just one damaged, or is?
These two don't look great. This one is fine.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to the one that doesn't have a spear. Hit him with my mace. Ideally for non-lethal damage.
Okay. You are flanking, so you have advantage.
Okay. do they count as constructs for the purpose of my mace's smiting?
I mean, they are constructs.
That's a natural 20.
This is a
Oh,
natural
snap.
construct.
So, I am trying to do this. Non-lethal. Do I want to non-lethally smite them? Maybe.
I have questions.
I mean, if I use the energy of the goddess of peace, can she just put them to sleep?
I will smite you gently.
That sounds like the mace is speaking.
All right. Okay. Yeah, this does a whole bunch of. Actually, I don't. You know what? I don't need to smite. This mace does a whole bunch of stuff when you roll a 20 on construct. Okay. Which could be bad. Yeah, the weapon takes an extra 14 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct on top of my normal. Oh, that's a 6. Plus 4. Yeah, so 12 plus 16 plus another 14. 30 damage.
30 damage.
Possibly 44 damage if you double the no, I don't think so. No, because that's just if you roll a natural 20, so you get an extra. Yeah, so.
Okay. 30 damage.
And if a construct is 25 points or fewer after taking this damage, it is destroyed with this mace.
Yeah. So you come in with shield and ready, mace, swinging hard, and you're like, ooh, pull the punch. And as you pull the punch, you hit it, and it kind of looks at you like it's about to fall over, and then and it slams to the ground and is dead.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh dear. That's the next piece of art. Just a bunch of dead constructs on the ground, and I'll go like, oh dear.
Oops.
Did I
Did I do that? It's all right.
do that?
Nope.
And bonus action, gonna cast Sanctuary
Okay.
on Keywin.
Okay.
So no one can try and attack her, hopefully.
Okay.
She's floating unconscious.
We'll throw them at her. So
Unconscious body floating in the air with a sphere of sanctuary around her, and wow, this is an image.
Yep.
some great fan art piece.
Mr. Eclipse.
Is it a action or bonus action to summon bird?
I thought it was a free action. I think it's a free action. I don't think it's an action to summon your companion.
So, in doing so, would I be able to have them use one of their abilities in the same turn?
She goes after you.
She goes after me.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Whoo.
How do I want to do this then? Alright. I'm assuming, given the commotion that happened in the center earlier, that given my passive perception of 17, that number 1, I would have heard the commotion, and 2, seen Keewin's body floating in the air.
Ooh,
Did we go?
no, you wouldn't see it.
You sure about that? Because she's up pretty high up there.
Yeah, but this giant 15-foot pillar is in the way.
Fair. Still think I would have heard the commotion, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know your friends are coming to save the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, as they say, the choice is yours. And I'm going to disengage and climb up that wall to get a better vantage point on what's going on in the center there.
So say that one more time.
I'm going to disengage and climb up that wall to get a better vantage point of
Here?
what's going on in the center. Yes. And if I have to use my feline agility to have enough movements to do what I'm going to do next, I will do so.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
But basically, the idea being is that I'm trying to get up on top of there, and with like a second of sight, see if I can get enough of a vision of what's going on there to try to jump someone.
Yeah, I would give you that. Would be an acrobatics check to probably spring off of this to get to this guy.
I'll take it. Acrobatics is gonna be a 26.
26, easy enough. Roll for attack with advantage, please.
Great.
Also, everybody gets 1 luck point.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow, thank you. I
Everyone
didn't
gets
even process that for a second there.
a chilly luck point.
Ooh,
A chilly luck point. Ooh. So climbing up to the top here, seeing the situation that's going on down there, leaps into the air, mid-air, draws out my short sword, and rains death from above. With advantage, that'll be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. You can roll both attacks with advantage.
It's only one attack, but appreciate that though.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you disengaged. That's right.
Yes.
You right.
So that will be 8, 13, 17, plus, and that'll be 25 points of death from above, if you please.
Well, sir. The choice is yours.
Disengages from the one that we were chatting with, climbs up the wall, sees the ridiculous situation that's going on here, realizes people are in trouble from the sky, and just cleaves this thing in half.
I almost want to say that you didn't even see Q1 floating in the air, and as you jump down, you're like...
Yeah, pretty much just like...
Okay. So this one is gone.
And for Bird...
Is that the one who hadn't taken damage?
Correct.
Or was that...
Well, it took damage, just not as much as everybody else.
Not as much, okay.
And Bird is going to hold person on the one that we left behind.
This guy right here?
Yep.
Okay. Stop it.
Which is, that's a whiz save, I think.
Correct.
Correct. You know, the one thing I like about critical dice is it says...
Yes! Oh, yes!
Okay.
Great. So they are held, and let's get Bird up onto that perch just so that they can have a vantage point and not be right next to the thing on the off chance it breaks free.
Which perch? This one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Right up there so that they get a nice view of everything.
Got it. Orion.
Right, so there's somebody standing between me and Eclipse. I will
Same lady you were talking to before.
just kind of like lean back after I see him jump down on top of the one behind her and just kind of... and then swipe at the one in front of me.
Okay. Oh my.
Twice. So do
You
I
know
have
what?
advantage because of flanking?
Well, no, 'cause she's facing you, but I was going to give you advantage because of oh my.
Oh. Thank you. Appreciate
Because
that.
it's chest puff. You're like, well, hello.
Right. So first attack is a 24.
Hits.
For... Wow. Okay. 19 plus 2 is 21 plus 8 is 29 points of damage.
All right. The choice is yours.
Oh, she gets cleft in twain, and as she splits down the middle, I'm going to look at him and give him a big ol' furry wink.
Okay. And with that, all of the enemies. How long does a whole person last?
It lasts for a minute.
I think they get a do they get a chance to roll every round?
At the end of every turn.
Yep.
So we'll stay in initiatives because I'm assuming you guys want to do something regroup, but all the active enemies have been slain. It is their turn. I get another save
Yep.
at the end of my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wisdom.
Mhm.
14.
I think based on what we established, that fails. I think you gave me a DC 15 on that.
I don't know where the character sheet's at.
It doesn't say on my sheet because, it's a homebrewed owl, so I don't have that information, but I think we agreed on 15.
Oh, I never put it on the character sheet?
Nope.
Well, that's silly.
I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
think-
sure we've said 14. It fails in the past.
Yeah.
I think it's 16.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's even better. Either way, it still fails. I'll take it, though.
Yeah, I think it's 16 for the companions at the moment. All right. Okay, so it is still stunned, and it is now Carrick's turn.
Sorry, there's not a. I'm gonna move. I mean, there's no one to attack, right? So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you don't even know that one's over there, so.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna double move up to everybody.
Okay.
Still bleeding and going. All right, I guess I missed all the action.
Okay. Top of the order, Keywin. Please make another death save for me.
14 again.
14, success. Now, wouldn't that be terrible if Keywin rolled a natural 1 and then Kai lost concentration on levitate?
Oh, good golly.
That would suck. I'd like to point your eyes towards the chat, Mr. Solo.
I don't want to look at the chat.
Luckily, if I break concentration, you float. Like when it ends, you float.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. She wouldn't drop.
So, thank you very much. You all get, you'll find in your bags, if you're conscious, 6 regular healing potions, STX on the label. Thank you very, very
Wait,
much.
we each find
Thank you.
one.
Each or one?
You
One.
each
Find
one.
Regular, you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you, STX, keeping us
so-
alive.
Orion and Eclipse enter this this entrance to some sort of other chambers. You see 4 constructs there at the entrance. Eclipse goes around the outside as Orion tries to negotiate with these.
Hurry outside.
It doesn't go quite to plan. They seem a little bit more aware than you would assume. A fight ensues. The rest of your party eventually gets there. Keywin is floating above you all. Assuming you bring her down and get her back to consciousness. You have the other creature that is being held. What do you all want to do?
I'd like
Alive?
to collapse onto the floor with my total of 8 hit points.
I'm giving.
Kai,
Oh.
yeah, take her down.
Oh,
Bring
yeah.
her down.
Yeah.
I had a potion with her name on it.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't-
Mr. Eclipse, you can take us back to RP if you'd like. Well,
Right.
you guys can get a good look at this, but this is
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
entrance. He's still held, and we'll get to that role play and combat in a second.
Sure.
But it's just a big stone entrance. Stairs go up, and then they go down to a very big metal gate. You can
Got
take
it.
us back to role play, though, sir.
All right.
How much healing do I get?
Since I'm pouring it down her throat, do I need to roll it, or since we're out of combat, does it?
Technically, you're in combat. If you use your action, then it's full.
Even for feeding it to somebody else?
Technically, out of combat, yes, but we're only staying in combat so the creature can be held. So
Okay.
you guys can decide what you want to do.
What's the D4s on this one again?
D4 plus 2,
Yeah, 2d4.
and
I
total.
mean, I would like to, if I can, maximize what I am giving to
so
Keywin.
10 healing with the potion.
Yes.
Okay, so for the purposes of this, you all get kind of your bearings. Some of you sit down. The bird is holding the creature currently. What do you guys want to do?
Nafika wants to kneel next to the construct that she had tried not to kill but failed, and she's gonna lay on hands for like a couple points to see if she can revive it.
Nothing happens. But give me an investigation check while you do that.
Wait, now you're trying to bring it back?
I don't want it to die. I don't
So
want
is there
to
anything you guys are doing with the other guy?
Once I know he's there, I'll head over there.
Yeah, I was just waiting my turn because I wasn't sure if we were still in initiative order.
Casually.
Oh, right. Yep.
But in either case, whenever Eclipse gets the opportunity to do so, they are going to make their way back to the one that is held and going to take some rope out of their pack to restrain them.
That's what I was waiting for.
That's what I was going to do. I was just waiting my turn. I was trying to be a good
Eclipse,
Zoom
I
call
also
player.
will remind you that we picked up manacles back in our session 0, which I've been carrying for just such an occasion.
Probably a better choice.
That is probably a better choice. Does Eclipse stop to think about that for a moment? Sure. Nafako, do you still have the restraints?
Yeah, why?
This one managed to hold one, but not for long.
Oh, there's one still alive? She hurries to pull out the manacles and will follow you. Oh, but my investigation check was 5 again.
So, as you hand Eclipse the manacles, and Eclipse and Carrick go over towards the creature that is held, Orion was sitting down. Kiwin and Kai, what were you two doing?
I'm trying to still help her, like, get her wits about her now that Nafiko's given her a potion.
Yeah.
You were
Alpha.
flying.
No, I wasn't.
Oh yeah. I brought you up and you're in the sky floating above everybody so they couldn't hit you anymore. You should have seen Eclipse's face.
What? Can you do that when I'm actually conscious at some point? Because that'd be cool.
Oh, we could probably work something out. Like all of a sudden, surprise! And then you're like there.
Yeah.
In combat.
Because I don't remember that.
Yeah.
As you two are sitting and having this conversation, I'm going to pull back to Nafko here in a second, but really quick, want to shout out to Mercs of Mischief. Thank you so much for the raid. The party just finished a offbeat encounter at the entrance of some sort of tomb. They're currently about to interrogate one of these organic construct creatures that are here. We are currently running a D&D hardcover book giveaway. Enter !geek in the live Twitch chat now to enter in that giveaway. We'll be calling that pretty much after the scene is done. So in about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to call that winner before we go on break and take another giveaway. So go ahead, !geek for that. Nafiko, as you hand Eclipse the shackles, because he kind of distracted you, and Carrick and him walk over towards where that construct is already tied up, and now you're going to shackle it. You see the one construct that Orion had split in half. And inside of this construct, you see a very surprising scene. You see flesh and bits, not engulfed with blood, but there's this kind of black oily residue that kind of was holding everything together. And on the inside, you see organs, regular organic organs inside of a machine-like body.
Pico is gonna sort of poke around there, not entirely sure what it means. But I think she heard them speak. Did I hear them speak this time? I can't remember if I got there before or after.
You were far away before they were having full conversations.
She spoke to me, and he points at the half. She asked me if I thought her a fool when I tried to tell her that I was a white cloak. It didn't work too well, as you can see. And he leans back against the wall. Do we have a shift of the sun that we can hang about. I couldn't really use it.
I don't think we're in a hurry unless we think more will show up. Maybe we should go see what the one that's still alive has to say for itself. Here, and she puts out her hand, and you get back 10 HP.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Sure.
So Eclipse and Carrick, you manage to get the shackles on this creature as it starts to kind of regain its consciousness and ability to move around. You will let me go of these chains. Will not be bound again.
This one despises such barbaric devices as well. However, we
So
need
is
to
everything
have a
that comes out of your
conversation.
mouth hypocrisy then?
We never finished our conversation.
He kind of just slumps into his spot.
Why do you serve your masters?
The same reason you do.
This one has no master.
You follow orders that people give you. You take work. They are your master in this moment. That is no difference.
This one acts of their own accord, for compensation.
Still a master. You do not get the compensation unless they say so. You have some freedoms, sure.
Oh, they pay.
Just because you don't see the chains does not mean they do not exist.
Even so, this one does not serve those whose interests do not align with their own. Can you say the same?
Yes, I can.
And to what end?
Until my kind is treated equally.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel pain?
Yes.
You want to feel some?
That is your weak attempt of intimidation. Go ahead. Torture me. I've been programmed to not respond to it.
It won't be necessary.
And Nafika walk over.
Sure. Eclipse, Carrick, you can roll a perception. Anybody who's in that area can roll a perception check.
I think we would have been done.
Sure.
Yeah, 11.
So you see that creature. He's sitting down. His body is leather with little bits of flesh, but lots of metallic armor and such. His head is very metallic. He has a jaw that kind of moves around. If you've seen Age of Ultron, looks very much like Ultron, just not metallic and more rustic. Jaw moves around, and it's not just up and down motions. It moves with an organicness to it, where it has different muscles and membranes, tiny little gears and things that make the mouth move so it can articulate certain words better than like that, right? And as it walks up, what were your perception checks?
21.
21.
Mine was like an 8.
11.
11. 11 will do it. 11 and 21. As you two walk up, its yellow eyes kind of narrow-minded and squinted at you, Eclipse. As Nafiko walks up, the eyes shift quickly to Nafiko, blink, and when they unblink, they're blue. And it is just fixated on Nafiko.
No.
Great.
Nafiko
another
sees
schizophrenic
this.
robot.
She drops to her knees and her eyes blink. You're one of us, aren't you? It seems.
What is this?
More garbage from the artificer,
Does
apparently.
the name Retzikor mean anything to you?
One of us? What do you mean? We are not like you.
There's more than one person in there, isn't there? Do you remember before?
There is no before. I do not know that name.
The artificer. What made you?
I do not know. One day I woke up and I was here. In a large room. Mind you, his complete demeanor has changed dramatically. No longer stiff and fighting, relaxed and curious.
And does it look like different organic eyes? Do the eyes look organic? Is this like colored
No,
light?
they're still construct eyes. It's kind of like if it went from I'm going to kill you mode to let's have a conversation mode.
Okay.
But still very metallic, still very just the coloration is different, and the glow from whatever the arcaneness of these creatures is resonates.
Nafiko's eyes had gone flat white, by the way.
What are you?
I'm made of many different people. I'm created. I didn't remember before either, but eventually I got the memories, and I saw that you're made up of bits of people, I think. You have pieces of flesh as well as metal.
I am a living creature just like you all. And he stands up, still shackled, but stands up. And takes one step towards Nafiko.
Nafiko's still on the ground. She doesn't do anything. She just sort of looks at him. I'm so sorry. I really...
What are you sorry about?
I didn't want to hurt any of you.
We do what we must in this world. You survive. I cannot shame you for that.
You have so much empathy.
When you have seen all the things that we have seen, you too would have empathy.
Did it just say we as Orion like crests over?
Yes, Leon, and I said we.
Are you...
Kind of hive mind.
I was just thinking the same thing.
No. While we were created to look masculine and feminine, some of us choose a non-binary approach.
All right.
So Nafiko, you're probably 30-something feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And in an instant and in a blink, Carrick and Eclipse are right there next to him. The shackles just hit the ground, and his form phases, is the best way I can describe it, as if he is kind of in between planes, and you see him like move as in like an instant and blink from where he is to where Nafiko is, and then appears solidified with his hand outreached to Nafiko.
Like he's offering to help me up, sort of. Nafiko will put out a hand.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't touch it, Naf.
Wait, I have advantage on these. That is a 24.
24 fails. I got a 23, so I failed it too. So as your hands touch, and the metallic, cold hands that touch yours, you feel a warmth to them. But your flesh, your body, your feathers, your scales, you have an electricity about you. And as the two of you touch, there's a spark of energy that just solidifies in an instant through both of your bodies. You watch as both Nafako and this creature's bodies lock up, their heads go like up for a second and then come back down and lock, eye to eye. Nafako's eyes go to Elida's eyes. This creature's eyes flicker to the yellow, back to the blue, and looking at one another, and you watch as the eyes are kind of pulsating.
It's frickin' changing their programming.
This is happening in an instant. Nafako, you get a flash. No longer you're with your friends. No longer you see trees or stones or anything. You're in a large warehouse. Large stone obsidian walls all throughout. Pipes and wires everywhere. Several large metallic bronze-looking spheres and spires with glowing, sparkling energy. Similar to what you saw in the Artificer's Tower, but dozens more. All throughout this space, as far as you can see, are tables and tables and tables. You're lying on one of the tables, and you sit up and you look around, and all you see are thousands upon thousands of creatures that look like him, or as the feminine ones that you all slain before. A giant room full of these creatures. All you see are other large constructs similar to the ones with the big eyes that you fought. I'm blanking on the name right now. But you see some, yes, you see some of those walking around as if they're taking guard. And in a flash, you fast forward through time. You see these creatures wearing white robes, the brass dragon symbol, hoods over their heads. They look almost human at first glance, but they're not. They're these creatures. And time flashes again, and you see these creatures storming off of ships, raiding villages, killing women, children, orcs. You see this creature specifically charge an orc who is holding a young child. And the orc drops the child on the ground and begins to fight you and your compatriots. I need you to make a perception check.
That's the 2.
2. I'll give you advantage.
That's a 17.
17. As this creature, you feel like you're in this creature's body, reliving memories. As it cuts down this very large orc that is trying to fight you off, you see off in the distance 2 female figures running away. One has long, whitish hair with a purple gown. Your flashes again. You are now marching through the woods, seeing a large mountainous portal. Flashes one more time and you're back here. Instantly, you're pulled out of this situation and these flash of memories. Him as well. He pulls his hand from you and he looks at you. And you watch as a liquid forms near his eyes, and it starts to trickle down, like blue, sparkly in color. What are you?
She's a miracle, and you best be on your way now.
No. It's okay. I think we...
Was it hurting you?
No.
What has happened?
I saw your life. Did you see mine, or did you relive what you?
I saw you alive. I saw you as a child. And I saw some figure I've seen before operate on you.
Well, if he really is him, then at least he's dead.
Dead.
The one who created me, the one who operated on me, who created you? Please tell me you don't have information to the contrary. Or do you?
I've not seen our creator in many years. Bumps down on the rock. That happens to be right there. And as he sits there kind of in shock, and Nafako equally is in shock as the five of you kind of surround these two, we're going to go ahead and take our break. Congratulations, Stiletto Assassin. You won the D&D book.
Holy crap!
Go ahead and enter !critical to enter our mid-show giveaway for your set of critical dice. !critical in the live Twitch chat only. We will be back in about 10 minutes, y'all. See you guys soon. Congratulations, Kalav. You won the the mid-show giveaway. Go ahead and hit me up on Discord, and I'll get your information, and we'll get you some critical dice. So as we settle back in, you all have slain the remaining constructs in this encampment, except for one. One who helped Nafako stand up, and upon doing that, when their two hands connected by some strange magical means, the two transferred memories from point of origin to now. Both creatures in question wait and ponder the events that have just transpired. What would you all like to do? It's currently mid-afternoon.
Oh,
Early
are we-
mid-afternoon.
I want to cast Cure Wounds on Orion.
Orion? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a name?
Zaiku.
Zaiku.
13.
Well, I'm many people, but you can call me Nafako.
Hello, Nafako.
Here's a question. Did Kyriel's over here now, right?
Yeah, I would assume everyone's over here.
Yeah.
It seemed like maybe you'd seen her before, and I point at Kyriel.
This creature looks familiar.
Do they look familiar to me?
In this state, no.
Thank you.
And what I was trying to convey in that memory flashback was that these creatures were somewhat impersonating like humans. Or maybe that's what they are. But at first glance, they look very human. Just a little weird, maybe in the face, but like White Cloaks, everything is covered except for their face. Like even their neck is covered. So it's just their face is shown. And there's enough organicness to their face that unless you're looking them right in the eyes and not running away for your life, that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Why would it recognize me?
I think I saw you in its memories. I mean, there's not a lot of people who look like you. Yeah. I think?
I don't recognize it at all.
It was
I'm
during an attack.
Oh. Dulce.
There was an orc with a child. You were running away.
What about that? What do you
just-
mean?
You would. I just saw you in its memories. I mean, it didn't know you. Just.
I saw nothing that looked like this.
It was in the white
Person.
cloaks.
What do you? I don't understand. There were no creatures, people that looked like this at that attack. I mean, I was running and we were running for our lives, but I assure you, I never saw anything that looked like you.
That is the idea. We are made to look like humans, act like humans.
You were one of the things that were attacking us?
He pauses for a second and looks down. Yes.
You said something about an orc, Nafako?
Yes, with a child.
What did you see?
The orc was killed. I don't know what happened to the child.
The child was already dead.
I think the child was dead.
You did this?
Yes.
I'm going to cast shock. I'm going to touch it and cast shocking grasp.
Okay.
It's a nat 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So when they say yes, I immediately reach out and grab their arm, and it's 20 points of lightning damage.
20 points.
Mm-hmm.
You watch him like jolt with pain. He doesn't resist. He almost like sticks his hand out for you to do that, and he shocks with pain, and he looks like he's in tremendous pain, but doesn't say a peep. And
Did you kill him? Did he die?
as that happens, his body goes limp, and his eyes begin to close as he falls towards the ground.
Nafiko reaches out a hand and puts the last 3 lay on hands that she has.
Why are you helping them? Why are you helping them? He killed my friend.
He hits the ground, barely breathing.
And we just killed all of his friends. Kai. Take a breath.
He was just trying to save his family. They killed his children and his wife, all that he had left. He was holding his child when they took him down.
Listen, Kai.
If they have any kind of will of their own, you don't do that to people. I don't care who orders you to.
This one understands where you're coming from. This one is killed for similar reasons. But give them a chance to speak.
Kai will turn and start kind of like.
He kind of rolls. You should have let me go.
Is that what you want? You want an escape?
When you have done the things I have done, and have been lied to for as long as I have been. Yes.
Then it would seem your first answer was not in earnest.
Given the circumstances, it was Eclipse.
Seeing into my mind what changed yours.
Seeing you is what changed mine. I could
Can you
sense
help?
the creatures inside of you. All of them.
Can you help us? If you can help us reach out to others and change their minds, or at least give us an insight into any of the plans.
What are you asking me right now? Help you and all the creatures stuck inside of you? Or help all of you
Yes.
and your friends?
I mean, it's a package deal with me for sure. But I did mean all of my friends.
Is also a chance to give those like you a second chance.
Exactly.
That is a greater feat than you will ever complete.
Doesn't mean we
was-
can't try.
One of the first creatures that were created in this light. The next waves are not quite as conscious. They learn the mistakes from the first batch.
How old are you?
16 years old. Something your What did you call him?
My
Mexico.
father. Mexico.
We just knew him as the creator. Something that we hid from him. Not all of them, but some of us. My sister, you split in half. We're the only two awake creatures that I am aware of. Everyone else is in compliance. They don't have a will. We have evolved. We have grown a consciousness. A conscience, for that matter. We have a soul.
But obviously, any sign of that, you'd be disassembled, right?
They're also very small. Oh. Whoa.
I was
No need.
16 years old. That was before Elida was even born naturally.
All I know from my original programming, which is nearly lost and forgotten, the more I grow, the more I evolve, my machine brain and memory disappears. We were created to replenish the Hesian Empire that was lost.
There's so many of you.
The failure of the Hesian Empire helping in the Great Battle came at great cost, nearly exterminating every last Hesian alive. They were an army, bred for one purpose.
Revenge?
Annihilation.
Genocide.
Even more extreme than their original ways.
I don't understand why my father was helping them.
One despicable creature aids another. Is there any other explanation?
Fax, do you remember? Fax is.
So you reach out to Fax for her to say something.
Yeah.
She doesn't respond.
Fax?
And since you all know, we've been playing with memories.
Yeah.
We've been playing with characters being able to kind of hide and block certain things. You definitely feel like there's a blockage, and she's like, nope, like she's
Sorry.
very, very guilty.
Oh no.
My bad. I kind of love it though.
Like Napako goes still, and you can sort of see her eyes sort of moving back and forth, and you get the impression that there is an internal war going on. No. If you know something, you have better say it. Well done, us old lady. All right, everybody, be quiet. Okay, so Fax knows something, and she's not telling us. I don't know why you're doing that, but it's very unhelpful.
The sun will be going down soon, and he will be waking.
Wait, now what?
Who's he?
I'm telling you, how many times have I told y'all that darkness has
And he looks to
no
the
good
left
things.
towards that entrance down to whatever that gated tomb thing is.
Yeah,
Were you
it's time to go. I got daylight. I'll cast it on my shield and we'll.
were you raising something, or was it scheduled to come out?
He sleeps during the day, and it awakes in the evening.
Well, this just ain't right.
Who?
Ronald Varzul is his name.
Does that name
Who
ring a bell to
cares
any of
who?
us?
Let's get out of here before he wakes up.
I do not believe so.
It's time to go to Nightgrass. We gotta go.
I think we need to report back to.
Yeah, well, we gotta be anywhere but here.
I mean, it's actually probably a good idea to retreat because I don't think we're in any condition to fight.
I cannot go any further. I need to rest.
There's
So-
still a loose end to tie.
You have about 3 or 4 hours before it's actually dark.
I got this ball right here, and it'll cast daylight, so we can have the day with us all the time.
What?
You
handy.
all right? So, what's the loose end, Eclipse?
You're in a unique circumstance. It seems you did indeed serve a master unwillingly. Under normal circumstances, this one would kill you on the spot. But it seems there may be a greater purpose for you to serve.
What is that?
Eclipse is going to, almost with this just look of absolute frustration in his eyes, look back towards Nafiko and then back to this creature. Redemption.
Redemption.
Yes.
Does that work in your programming?
I can be forgiven for what I have done.
Yeah, right. It kind of depends on your view of things. You can redeem yourself in our eyes by helping us.
All right. And he goes and he just grabs you by the big old face, and he heals you for 36 hit points.
Keewin was literally about to be like, how many more times do I gotta heal you before you stop complaining?
He watches this radiant glow kind of starts at his feet, goes right through his legs and like out his hands, and he just
Okay, you're
Can
about
we go now?
I'd say
halfway
that's a
forgiven.
redeeming quality.
All right. Oh, look at this.
and as you're saying this, he's processing what you're saying, and he keeps looking back at that entrance that goes down to
What is
I
down there?
heal you twice. Nafiko heals you once. You keep complaining until this guy comes and heals you. And
How-
I'm going to activate the drift glow, even if it's not dark yet. She's activating it. She's like, I think it's time we go before some monsters come out in the dark.
What?
It is just 1 month.
Doesn't matter. There are other monsters that come out in the dark too. We don't need to be ganged up.
He feeds on innocent people.
So
He feeds.
we better get Keaton
Time to
far, far
go.
away.
And Eclipse
Vampires.
Eclipse is going to walk up to Nafiko. The last time this one took away a chance for you to learn more about your past. This time, this one leaves the choice in your hands.
But that's. Oh, you're doing this for me. That's what you're saying. Why are you rolling? You always roll your eyes at me like that. I don't. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But
Oh.
if this situation is handled, this one will find the magician.
Yes, it would be good for someone to talk to her. I should also probably talk to her, but also maybe she doesn't want to talk to me first.
Ewan's
also-
been walking and would probably catch up to Kyriel, depending on which direction she went.
I went up to like where the gate is and sat
He
down.
went 100%.
Sat down
that direction.
and hatched the egg, and I'm like overlooking. I didn't look in the gate. I'm just overlooking.
Right, you big scaly bastard. I think we've got to go help the ladies. And he just kind of like nods at Carrick and starts heading in Keywin's direction.
All right, sure.
Am I to go with you?
Well, there's one person who I think will strongly object, but I would very much like to bring you with us. Because I think you can help us. And I think it's a chance for both of us to help each other.
All right.
We can't change what's happened in the past, but you can change your future.
Yes.
Wait here for a minute. I'm gonna go talk to Kai. Unless somebody's already up there talking to her.
Eclipse was heading over that direction, but it sounds like there might be a couple people heading that way.
Not me. Not going towards the gate. No.
Oh,
way.
okay, never mind then.
Jose.
I don't know what's in there. I just thought that's where we were going next after we killed this thing.
You guys know exactly what's in.
Well, we know a name. I don't think we know what.
True.
It's a monster. It feeds on people. I don't think we
Mechanical
really need to know any other
Victor.
details.
It's mechanical.
Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? Why
Right.
wouldn't it be? So would it be safe to say that Eclipse gets there first?
I think so. Because I talked to Zyaku.
So she's just sitting on the ground and holding Hunkers, crying.
Eclipse is going to silently walk up and sit next to Kyriel. And just sort of sit there for a minute.
Did you get rid of it yet?
No.
It's tied to Nafako, isn't it?
So it seems.
What am I supposed to do with that Eclipse? You don't. I took down my friend and his family, his entire family.
This one has no words to say. This one was in the same circumstances not that long ago.
Yeah.
The past may not be forgiven, but perhaps they may serve a greater purpose and prove themselves with their actions.
If it turns on us and hurts any of you, I'll kill it myself.
This one will hold them down for you.
You promise?
This one doesn't take chances when it comes to those they care about.
Okay. Okay. I'll give it a chance for Norfolk, but it better watch itself.
And again, this one won't stop you. This one will give the opportunity if necessary.
About this point, Nafika would walk up and sit down next to the two of you. Hi, Kai.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lose my temper back there.
It's understandable. What happened to your friend was horrible.
He was so close. He was so close to being free and being able to be with his family, and then now they're all dead.
I'm not asking you to forgive them for what they did, but I do think we could use their help, and I do believe they're sincere in wanting to change. It's, for me, and Nafiko, like her shield, you know, she like sort of gestures at the crane emblem. That's what Nafa is all about. And it's not a path everyone can walk, but it is believing that you can change, that anyone can change if they're willing to. And if he wants, and I know, I saw, and knowing that he was created by my father, it's,
If I can't promise that that's something that I can forgive, but for you, I will give them time.
that's very generous of you, Kai. Thank you. Nafika puts out her arms for a hug.
I will lean into it and hug her back.
I'm sorry to put you in this position, but thank you for giving him a chance.
Is it... Are we going into this place, or?
Apparently there's a big scary monster down there that's gonna wake up in a few hours, and I think we should leave. And Kiwin insists that we leave, so I think we're leaving.
Seems
Maybe we'll
best
come
to
back.
live to fight another day.
I don't really feel like I'm up for more fighting personally.
Especially with that thing with us. I'm sorry.
It's
The
okay.
person, or... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It goes against this one's every instinct, but the circumstances here are unique. Don't mistake this one's judgment in this situation. Not everyone is capable of redemption. But maybe this once.
Well, We'll be ready, no matter what the outcome.
Well, shall we go? Nafako stands up and offers her arm out, and then sort of glances at it. It's like, last time I did something like this, that was just like, no, that won't happen. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll...
Make a wisdom save. No, just kidding.
Oh no.
Oh God, please no.
So you're helping him up, is what you're doing, right?
Huh? Oh, I was helping up Kyan, but Eclipse.
Okay.
It's like suddenly there's a connection between Kai and Nafako too. It's like, oh God, no!
I don't want it. I don't want it.
You don't. You really don't. It's too confusing here as it is. Now people are keeping secrets. Secrets, Solo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's worthy of a.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blame Solo for that one. Mm-hmm. It's all his fault.
I'll take it.
So it sounds like we might be reconnecting with the group? Question mark?
I mean,
Yep.
he's just waiting for instructions from you.
Okay. Nafako will go back. Yeah. Come with us. I think we're going to go.
All right.
So, hey, kid, since you're walking away, listen. You got that glowing ball. That might help us against whatever that guy is, right?
Against who?
Well, whatever's coming out and feeding at night.
Well, I'm not sticking around to see what that thing is.
But you're holding its weakness, most likely.
I doubt it.
Well,
Do we know this?
Oh, you guys are there now? Oh, okay.
I think they're.
I would like to. I hesitate to not agree with Kirik on this one.
I hesitate to not get out of here right now, leaving y'all behind.
I'm not saying we don't have to leave. What I'm saying is that tool you have there is not wrong.
Oh, I can do this all the time. I don't even need a tool. It was just something Janice gave me, and Janice is one of the coolest people ever that I've ever met in my entire life. Now, if I can tell you about her, she's just fantastic. She gave it to me, so I gotta use it. But I can do it. I can do it on my and I'll cast light on my shield as well.
Well, that's really pretty. I am happy. I'm so.
Is
That's
it?
wonderful.
Can you look at it? It's not blinding you?
I have to gently look away, but you know it's alright.
You don't even have to ask for light from them. They will give it unwarranted.
It's fine. Right. So what I'm
visible.
saying is that the daylight that he's talking about, normally things that live underground or only come out at night don't like daylight.
I'm happy to cast an actual daylight situation, but not right now.
If you could do it for free.
Oh, I can do it all the time. I don't even need this ball. But what I'm saying is I ain't doing this right now. I'm halfway to death. You're complaining because you're halfway to death. I don't got a whole lot of energy left to continue healing you and Eclipse. So.
No, you're right. So shall we?
Oh no.
Who cast hold person on Orion?
Held in a freeze.
If he drops it, you might have to go to full screen.
Was that actually a drop? Okay.
He throws. I don't know. I mean, if he drops, you'll have to go to. If he doesn't come back.
Orion, where are you?
I know, there was like a
tends to
little
happen
tiny
to me.
glitch too. He went,
Am I to go with you then?
Yes. What?
As we settle in, you all are deciding to head back towards the Honka truck. It will take you an hour or so to traverse the side of the mountain to get down to the truck. And as you do, the sun is setting. Can everyone make a nature check for me?
Nature.
Not actually sure what I have for that.
16.
14.
And the rolls keep coming. 3.
16, 14, Kewen?
18.
18. So the 16 and the 18, you notice that the sun seems to be going down. The sun's going down at a normal time, but it feels like it's getting darker much quicker than it normally does. You still have another 20 minutes before you get to the Honka truck.
Cast your little light.
Hey, how far away? Is the Honka truck close enough for you to like summon it towards us, Kai?
It can't get up the mountain. That's why.
That's right. That's why we left it as far as it could go.
Mm-hmm.
That does make sense. Dang.
I'm going to cast daylight from the drift globe.
Sure. It's like a spell, right?
Yep. From the drift globe. It lasts for an hour. 60-foot radius from a point I choose, and I was just gonna choose on the drift globe.
What level spell is that?
3rd.
Very ominous line of questioning.
It is. So as you cast daylight on the drift globe, you all are kind of traversing down the side of the mountain. The sun starts to dissipate more and more, and it gets darker and darker, and you feel this mist kind of start to fill the space, and the wind starts to pick up. Your pace begins to pick up. You start to hear whispers. There's still a beam of light. It's 30-foot radius, correct?
60-foot radius.
60-foot radius. The light, Kewen's holding the globe and was like booking it. And
I'm sprinting as fast as I can.
Dexterity saving throws for everybody. If you guys are keeping up with Kewen running down the side of a mountain.
15.
15.
You've got to be kidding.
Anyone's within
Oh yeah, same, Carrick.
10 feet of me.
Oh, we still have our die.
You have luck.
Oh, the
luck
luck.
one.
And we have to use it tonight, right?
Luck.
Use
Oh,
it.
you keep them.
We can keep them because I paid for them.
Yeah.
Oh no! I rolled a nat 1 on the second one.
Oh no!
And you do keep the new roll, by the way. That is the way.
I know. That's so
You know what? I'll just keep the luck because these rolls may be next session too.
So as you're running,
I'll slip and fall.
Eclipse, what'd you get?
26.
26.
16.
What'd you get?
16.
Okay, so you guys are booking it. Kewen's like full sprint. You've never seen, like, literally this Kewen's just big form just
Kewen, wait for the rest of us.
dodging it. And as you say that, she slows and she kind of looks behind you, and you see that Kai and Carrick fall on the ground, and they're now outside of that 60-foot beam. And as you pause, your globe goes out. I need Kyriel and Carrick to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Can I run back?
Nope.
7.
17.
17. Carrick, you're able to kind of gauge yourself, and you look and you see Nafako and your friends coming, and it's that twilight where it's dark, but there's still a little glimpse of bright. But you kind of start to gather back, and Kai, you start to hear a voice, a female voice. Kai, where are you? Kai. And about 30 feet from the way you came, you hear Samanji. And you're feeling pulled to her.
I've been tricked by this before. Can I have like advantage on this?
This is a different. You have been tricked like this before, but this is slightly different.
If I believe it, then I will head in that direction.
Wait, what the hell? What are you doing, Key?
Give me an intelligence
You mean
saving.
Kai?
intelligence saving throw. Ten.
Okay, yeah, you feel compelled, and so you all are kind of gaggled together. The light of the globe has been dispelled.
Gaggled.
And you see Kai just like walking back up the hill.
Hi, where are you going?
I'm probably the closest. I'll turn around and go back and try to grab her.
Sure. Easy enough. You pick her up, but Kai, you see Samanji now, and she has her hand reached out, and she's like, Kai, help!
Carrick, let me go.
No, sorry, not gonna happen.
Carrick, my friend is right there. Help
Your
her.
friend isn't there. There's no way your friend is there.
She
I don't
is.
see
I
it,
see
right?
her.
We're in danger. Do you have any way of protecting yourselves?
Don't listen to that.
When the robot speaks and you see him, the memory jars, the anger fills, and whatever that ruse was dissipates. Do you have any way to protect ourselves?
From what?
He is nearly here.
Can we do the tiny hut? The tiny hut.
Not without my friend inside of it.
No,
Friend's not
she's
there.
gone. That's dissipated. So you know that was
okay.
And she's gone.
I can try to start casting it if you can. I don't know if I can cast it in time, but I can try if you protect me.
Minute, right?
If you can protect me.
Yeah. It's 1 minute, right?
Mm-hmm. If I do it if I expend a spell slot to do it, yes.
You give me a sleight of hand, Kai.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That's not something that I normally do as a wizard, but I'm 4, 7.
7.
God, D&D Beyond is not loving me today.
Okay. As you all kind of stand there, is anyone else doing anything else?
This one will buy you the time you need. Daggers drawn.
Keywin, are you doing anything?
I'll cast Sanctuary on Kai so that she can't be the first point of attack.
It is pitch black, Keywin, now. I don't know if you...
that's why I'm not doing anything.
Oh. Got it. I thought you were going to do like your shield thing or something.
Well, she had her shield.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I just assumed it went out.
No, the dispel magic was on the globe specifically.
Oh, okay. Then that's still lit.
Got it. Sorry. Yeah. So your shield is lit. So you guys do have some light. Right on the outside, as you all kind of surround Kai, right on the outside of you, probably 15 feet away, right on the edge of that light, you see a kind of a shadowed form appear. Pale face. Takes a step slightly out of the shadows, but just outside of the beam of light. Well, what do we have here? Your hearts are beating very fast.
Can I cast Radiance of the Dawn?
Sure.
It's technically not a spell, it's channel divinity.
Okay.
So I need a con saving throw. And if there's any magical darkness, it dispels that. I don't know if there's any magical darkness.
That is a
Like that,
27.
Gosh, what the fuck?
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Oh, well, it's still half damage, so.
Okay. Is radiant damage?
It sure is.
Okay.
It's 20 radiant damage, so 10.
10. Okay. That wasn't very nice now, was it?
Hiding behind my shield.
Pause.
With light on it.
Pausing for a moment. Go ahead and enter raffle in the Twitch chat. We have hit 5,000 followers, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing!
I'm
Nice.
going to start a raffle, and we will call it right before we end tonight. So you have about 10, 15 minutes. And he kind of looks all of you up and down, and he looks at the construct. Are you aiding these creatures? He won't like that.
Who's he?
He won't like that one bit.
Who won't like it?
Nafuko, is it?
Oh, you might be. You never know. There's a lot of us in here.
I wonder what one of you would taste like, actually.
That's a little weird.
You won't get the chance.
Are you cannibal?
Your blood is very young.
I mean, I guess on average.
Who are you? We don't want your business.
Still casting. Still
You're about
casting.
30 seconds, 45 seconds in.
Okay.
My name is Renaud Barzu.
Well, it's nice to meet you, but we don't really want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, you
can
like
keep
the person?
going.
Oh wait, a vampire's bit me before. Didn't Victor bite me?
You did?
Are you one of those people who bite? Like the
Okay,
Who's
bye.
that person we fought?
We'll talk to you later
Yeah.
when the sun's out.
He looks at you and then smirks, and you see two very large fangs.
Oh, you're just like that other fancy person who was with the artificer.
You've met another one of me, yes.
I guess so.
What was their name?
What was their name? Oh, it was Victor Karan. Facts. Still remembers that.
She says Victor Karan and then goes back in her little hood.
Shield.
Yes. He is weak. Very weak.
Well,
What's the
you know
radius
who is
on your spell?
The hut?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's 10 diameter.
So with a flash, this opaque dome appears.
Radius, sorry.
You all still see him, and you now see something different. There was some sort of sheen that was kind of blocking what you were visually seeing because of the light, and what maybe some sort of magical essence that he had in front of him. And you see the same figure, but it's a lot more decaying, not so polished and pretty. You can hide in your bubble. But I've seen all of you now. So I will look to haunt your dreams.
Check this out. I wanted to put the barrel outside the dome and shoot.
Okay.
left.
Oh, Ari,
That's very
is it
curious.
magical? Is it magical or not magical?
He's,
It's
I think
not
he's
magical.
sticking the barrel out.
Out. Oh, okay, cool.
But I'm gonna use the luck because I want to make sure I hit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! I'm
Oh,
so
no.
done with these fucking digital dice.
Okay.
They are
So
dead to me.
you take a shot and you watch as his form kind of turns to almost like mist, and you kind of see like a bunch of tiny little things kind of moving around and comes back. That wasn't very nice.
Neither is threatening to eat us, so.
Exactly.
I apologize for my friend. You can go now. Bye.
Don't worry, Kiwin. I will remember what you did to me in our first meeting.
What did I
You just burned his face off.
do?
You literally just did that. You literally
because
just burned
she
his
was
face off.
Okay.
You're lucky the
Ewan
sun will
becomes
be
a
out.
vampire. That is just the most ironically demented thing ever.
You're lucky. Go ahead, sleep in your bubble till the sun rises. I'll make sure you stay there and get a good night's sleep. You watch as his form dissipates.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I sure ain't gonna be sleeping tonight.
Especially with this thing inside with us.
Deku, who is he
Oh.
talking about? Who would be angry?
He's just kind of staring off in the distance.
Nafako is going to shake it. Hey, answer me.
What?
Who is going to be angry? Who is he talking about?
His master.
Okay, can you be more specific?
I don't know his name.
Do you know anything about him? Is he White Cloak? Is he...
No. He's
No?
very old. Trying to bring him back to life.
Marduk?
Marduk was alive last time I saw them.
I'm unsure. Did you see Marduk?
I thought that Marduk was the one that was on the boat. Was that not?
No. The one that you saw
There.
on the boat was the general person.
But they talked about Marduk. That's the one that talked.
Ferdrak. Ferdrak
Okay.
was the white cloak person who was
The-
talking about.
Okay. But they're the ones that I overheard. Okay, cool.
Yes.
cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe. Yes. My memory is very scattered. The more I become normal.
What's normal?
Like you.
You're becoming a fearbone?
Eclipse lets out a small smirk.
So does he, actually. He smirks at that. Marduk died in the dead sands.
Huh.
That's up north, right?
That's Argu's
That's
empire.
what I thought, yeah.
And they're working with Argu's Empire.
Yep.
So
Probably
you
can't
can-
walk into a place that has, like,
Hmm.
300,000 orcs just run around.
That is the realm of Argu.
If Kyriel wishes for me to wait outside, I will.
The thought has crossed my mind. But if you go out there, you're probably not coming back in.
I won't come back.
For Nafigo's sake, you can stay. But you stay away from me.
As you wish. And he gets to, like, the furthest point where he can sit and power down and be away from where you are. And turns, so then you don't have to look at his face.
Wow, little dunce in the corner. Well, good night.
Yours to rest. If Kiwan does not intend to sleep, then perhaps they can take first watch with this one.
Meta, she probably wouldn't be paying attention.
Yeah, right. She's not actually looking at anything but the bot dude.
Ewan's not looking at anything but down, in like hiding behind her shield. She's terrified and very disturbed. So when you say that to her, she's not looking at you. She's looking down.
Don't worry, kid. Can't get through the bubble.
She is not paying attention.
Okay. So, is anyone not taking a long rest? Okay.
Apparently, Kai.
Did Nafiko take a long rest after everything she learned today? Well, that was a 2 that I just rolled.
If Eclipse is staying up, I would feel comfortable sleeping.
Okay.
After what we've discussed.
Oh.
Yeah, Eclipse is not intending on sleeping unless there's at least someone keeping watch, so definitely volunteering to at least be first.
Yeah, Nafiko will definitely take a watch.
I would go up with Nafiko.
So if you are going to try to sleep,
yeah,
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. If you're not going to sleep, you can go ahead and get your hit points back, but you will take 1 point of exhaustion. So you can
magical effects can't enter the bubble.
No, this is
You've got to be shitting me.
different.
Well, you're all, I think, within 10 feet of me, so you do get a +4.
Do you say even if we're not sleeping, we get our hit points back, but we take exhaustion?
Wait,
I would give you the effects of a long rest, but you would take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
The tall one can use a nightlight if they need.
Well, I failed my wisdom save.
Well, she has her. She's
Probably
not. She, every time her light goes out, after an hour, she recasts it. But she's like staying, like powering.
People who
I understand. Eclipse is trying to.
Yeah.
In the best way they can.
So if you go to sleep, you make the wisdom saving throw. If you don't go to sleep, you get 1 point of exhaustion, but you also still have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. 10.
Wait, so it's a wisdom saving throw no matter what you do.
But if you don't go to sleep, you potentially can have 2 points of exhaustion.
I try to go to sleep.
Okay.
And I failed my wisdom saving throw.
So you can still take the effects of a long rest, but you only get 1 point of exhaustion.
I got a 25 on my wisdom save.
Okay, so you only get 1 point of exhaustion.
25.
1 point of exhaustion. Only 1 point of exhaustion.
Wait, so if you fail?
So if you the point is, and I'm going to get to the narrative part of it in a second. Your thoughts, your minds, cast something on you guys before the bubble went up. His presence. You're having nightmares. Anything that's ever happened traumatic to you in your life is flooding your mind.
Oh no.
If you go to sleep, you can get the effects of a long rest, but you have nightmares, so you're tormented throughout the night. You get 1 point of exhaustion. If you don't go to sleep, you inherently get 1 point of exhaustion, but you're still thinking about all the terrible things, so you potentially could have 2 points of exhaustion. But they succeeded on their save, so they only get 1. So I'm pretty sure everyone has 1 point of exhaustion. Unless, I don't know what Eclipse got for his wisdom save.
10.
Yeah. So everyone has 1 point of exhaustion. And if someone can articulate that to Renee as well, find out. So it's a long, long night. Not many words are spoken. You all are kind of keeping to yourselves. Some people are taking watch. Some people are just hiding and shaking. The bot powers down, but it's still kind of actively listening. The sun just doesn't come soon enough. And as it does, there is that breath of fresh air. And as the sun comes up, just peeks over the eastern mountains and kind of beams into the area, those of you who are awake, you see 40 terrible looking monstrosities, large to huge, standing around your bubble. And as the sun rises, they all fade and mist into the shadows and disappear. The birds chirp. The sun is out. You all awake with the effects of a long rest, but each of you have a point of exhaustion. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Oh, don't listen to me.
Oof.
Thank you
Renee.
guys so much for all the bits and all the things and all the support. It always means a lot.
Yeah.
Come back and join us on a Friday for the next episode of Fox Talks. We have special guest Eddie, D'Angelo, and Jordan. And we will get to the game this time. We have restructured the show a little bit, so there will be a game. And then followed up with the third episode of Wizards of Ukodor on Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Catch April Kyriel on Saturday at 6:30 Pacific for Vault 42. Catch me and a whole bunch of crew and Jordan with his DMing debut for Forge of Fate on Sunday at 4, which is high fantasy steampunk. It's going to be crazy. We are going to go ahead and raid our friends at Nat 20 Productions. Sam is a friend of ours, and she is a part of the Fabled family. So go ahead and spread the Fabled 42 love. Give them a follow if you like what you see. Talk about what they saw here. Talk about how traumatized and how none of you are going to sleep tonight. We love you guys so much. And we will see you guys next Wednesday. Waiting for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Midweek mayhem.
Renee sends his love and apologies. Apparently all of Toronto has a blackout with his internet service.
Ooh.
Jeez. Wow.
Yikes.
All right, guys.
So.
Bye.
Man.